Questions for head coach Jared Bednar? Go ahead, Ron Bolduc.
Sure, it's 1-0 until that empty netter there, but Devon Toews talked about sort of a lack of execution from the team. He seemed pretty frustrated by that. Is that kind of your read on how that game went?
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't make as many plays, I think, as normal. I give, it didn't look like we had like our full energy tonight, so it's hard to create against a team that, like, I give Detroit a lot of credit for that because they checked really well, especially in D zone. Like, most of our good looks and most dangerous looks came off face-offs, rush attack, a couple of good looks in zone play, but like enough to get one, but we didn't get one, right? And we gave up one early, which is sort of a tough start to the game. So tight checking game on both sides, both teams committed to it. I just thought they did a really nice job. Like, I think at one point we had 2 of our 16-point shots through to the net, like they got sticks on a lot of like opportunities for us. They blocked a lot of shots, and then they made it hard to get to the inside. And when we did, we didn't capitalize on them.
Colleen?
Just what can you say as far as, obviously not the result you wanted, but with Mackenzie Blackwood's play tonight?
Yeah, he's stringing together some nice games here, like, obviously the Detroit game, Toronto, now this one. So he's getting back in the swing of things. He's been working hard at it, trying to get him in the net a little bit more here. Obviously we got a big break coming up, but he's giving us a chance to win every night right now.
Megan?
Talking about maybe some of the energy throughout the game, it does seem like the Kelly jury line has been a constant source of that going back to the road trip.
Yeah.
How have you been able to feed on that a little bit?
Well, I mean, we're missing a whole line, right? So it's like the depth scoring isn't quite where it needs to be, but we have, like, those guys can play against anyone, so I don't worry about the matchup side of it. And they have a little chemistry. Like, they're creating as many dangerous chances as their top guys are, and like there's some guys out of the lineup there, so there's some new lines, but on a nightly basis they're highly competitive. They seem like they're skating pretty well. They're dialed in. They had a couple of the really good looks tonight. Kelly had 2 in the slot. So that the more they play together, the better they play, and the more I'm trying to use them.
Any last ones for you? Evan, go ahead.
Just with the power play, like, you're not getting as many anymore at this point in the season, but
Yeah.
like, is there a concern that it's like mentally kind of getting to the players that they're overthinking things at this point?
I think we're kind of been through that multiple times through the course of the season. I would say the last couple of games has been really focused and determined at trying to do the right things, and they're all kind of on the same page. So again, Detroit has something to say about it, but the 2 power plays the other night in Detroit were outstanding. Might have been 2 of our best of the year, and we didn't capitalize on a bunch of good looks. Tonight, probably the biggest one we get is Val on the back door there late in the game with an empty net that we shoot back into the goalie. So their chances are hard to come by. So I don't know. I'm sure, yeah, there's frustration kind of when the power play ends, but it seems like at the start of the power play, they're kind of focused and ready to go and trying to make a difference, and just has to continue. You got to stick with it.
Finish with D-Mac.
What if any difference does it make when there's such an overwhelming amount of fans from the other team here? Does that have any impact on energy or anything else on the game?
No, I don't think so.
So no factors tonight.
I thought the crowd, you're hearing noise, right? So it was an energetic building right from the start, I thought, tonight. And I was hoping that would help our group. And like, I think our guys played hard tonight, no question. I give Detroit all the credit there. Like, we weren't at our best, but I think they competed hard, they defended hard. We made some mistakes here and there, and we had to grind for our chances tonight, big time, right? And so there wasn't a lot of them. I didn't think either team had a lot of chances, but it was, it was tough sledding out there tonight. So I got to give them credit. They checked really hard tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Obviously not the result you're looking for, but your first game back, how'd you feel?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't think we generated enough tonight to deserve to win, but yeah, there's definitely things we can build on there.
Parker called it a frustrating game. Is there any other way to describe this one?
Yeah, I think that's a good way of describing it. I think we just didn't execute the way we wanted to. I think our intentions were correct and we were working for it, and I just don't think we executed well enough to generate the opportunities that we're used to generating. So it put us kind of in the mud a little bit in their zone where we're used to being able to move a little bit more fluidly and create a little bit more time and space. And yeah, that came a little bit tougher tonight. So frustrating definitely is probably a good word for it.
Seemed like Detroit started generating a lot tonight, but what can you say about a performance like Mackenzie Blackwood's?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, we love our goalies. They're our backbone back there, and they do a great job. And he made a couple of huge saves to keep us in it. And you're not going to win many games if you don't score zero or if you don't score any goals. So, yeah, you can't really fault him on anything tonight.
Was there anything Detroit was doing to make things difficult to create the way you ordinarily would like to?
I mean, they're a great team. They're a really good team. They're very solid in their structure, but I don't think there was anything groundbreaking that they were doing to slow us down. I just don't think we executed the plays that we had, and we generated some great looks. And one of those nights where we don't bury one or one or two, and it goes the other way against you. So more so just on us to execute and make sure we read the plays that are in front of us.
What did you see on the first shift, I guess?
I don't know. I'd have to go watch it. You know, I make the play that I feel is right, and maybe it was wrong. So something I got to go look at and move on from. At the end of the day, we got one more game here to win, and that's what we're focused on now.
Is there, I mean, I know you have been playing the last several games, but just is there anything from this game that's like connected to the other games where you guys have struggled, or?
I can't talk for the guys that are in this room. You know, I'm on the outside looking in while out of the lineup, so I'm not in this room talking in between periods and figuring out what's going on. You know, I do my best to help out from you know, the outskirts, but you know, tonight it just wasn't up to our standard, that's for sure.
Is it more frustrating when that's the case, when you're not playing or executing the way you're expecting to?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, some nights you just get bad bounces. Some nights it's just, you know, power play, penalty kill is the difference. And tonight that wasn't it. It was just more so execution, finishing plays, finding plays, making the right play under pressure with a team that puts you under a lot of pressure and swarms you in the corners. And we didn't do a great job of reading through that and, you know, finding the open ice. You know, a lot of times with those kind of teams it's on the weak side, and we didn't do a great job of, you know, relieving that pressure.
What is the right mix of turning the page on this game and taking away some of those frustrating parts to translate it into more successful results?
I have no idea. That's what our coaching staff goes through, and they determine what they think, you know, we need to see, and then we go to the next game. You know, it's kind of odd playing the same team twice in a row because, you know, you can look at a small sample size of that game and you're not looking at a bigger sample size as much, and you know, it definitely makes it tough when you're playing twice in a row. But now we got to go, you know, look at a new challenge in San Jose and a young team that moves really well as well. So, yeah, definitely a fun challenge there.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can you just talk to me about the overall assessment of the game tonight?
Yeah, pretty frustrating, I think. Felt like we had some good chances, and it's one of those nights where they didn't go in. They really made some good saves. But yeah, I mean, for the majority of the game, I thought I liked it, but just didn't get the result tonight.
What was the biggest difference in Detroit's game from Saturday to tonight?
I mean, I still thought we controlled the play like we did in Detroit. I mean, they had their chances, and Blackie made great saves. Maybe they packed it in a little bit tighter. They defended hard tonight, so I guess gotta give them credit there. But I still thought, you know, we'd probably deserve to win tonight.
Thank you so much.